Happy Soup-tember, guys. Yes, I said it, Soup-tember. We are actually continuing our soup series today. So it's really kind of been fun for me because I do make the soup every day at the restaurant. I try to make it last like 2 days, depending on how well it goes over. And it always seems to be better the second day. So I make on average like maybe 3 different soups a week at the restaurant. But I found myself in kind of a rut making the same one. So this has kind of brought me out of my comfort zone and allowed me to kind of get creative and make some new soups for the restaurant. So today, to continue with our soup making, I am making a very popular soup that you probably already heard from another Italian restaurant that we shall remain nameless. It's chicken gnocchi soup. And everybody that I know loves this soup. So when I made it yesterday, I made a huge pot of it and they loved it. So I had to kind of break it down, which I always do for you guys. So today I'm here to show you how easy it is to make. Everybody knows what gnocchi is. Gnocchi is a little potato dumpling that you boil, and it's actually just like a little pillow in your mouth. So when you do put it into soups, imagine how good it is. Hi Rita, I hope you're feeling better. So imagine how good this is inside of a soup. Also today we're going to be adding chicken into it. I love to add proteins into my soup because then they really become a meal. I have so many people say to me, oh, I could eat soup as a meal. Me too, I'm one of those people. We have soup all year round and oh, good, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad. Now I have a cold. Go figure. That's why I'm drinking tea today and I sound a little nasal. But anyway, 'tis the season, right? But the soup will make us feel better. We have people in the restaurant that eat soup all year round. It could be 90 degrees like today. Or, you know, it could be, you know, hopefully in the fall when it gets down into the 60s. That's what I'm waiting for. So anyway, let's get started. I want to show you how to make this amazing soup. So I already have my soup pot on and I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil in here. And I like to do a combination of olive oil and butter because together the two of them create a really nice richness that goes into sauteing the vegetables and they have such better flavor. So this is 4 tablespoons of butter that I put in with the oil. What did you say, Rita? I have to try. You've never had gnocchi? Girl, it's delicious. There's 2 kinds. There's potato and ricotta gnocchi. I give a class at the restaurant maybe you would like, and it's a ricotta. So it's really light, so light. But you'll love it in the soup. Okay, so I'm melting down my butter and oil together. And now to it, I'm gonna add what we always add to the base of soup is either a mirepoix or sofrito or a slang for Holy Trinity, which is carrots, celery, and onions. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in, this is probably 2 like stalk carrots, but cut up into these little strips. It's a cup. And these are like the greatest thing in the deli section or the produce section. You can find these little carrots already cut into matchsticks like that. And they work so well in a soup because you really don't have to cut them and they cook down really fast. Then we have our onion and we have our celery. This is my favorite part of the celery because it has so much flavor. I love the leaves like that. It just reminds me of actually Thanksgiving when you make the stuffing. I made your ham, potato, and bean soup. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. And I wanted to thank everybody. I got so many pictures this week of the spinach and artichoke soup. People were sending me pictures and it looked so good. I'm so happy that you guys made them and enjoyed it. Okay, so I have my couple stalks of celery here. This is called the heart, the celery heart. And I really love it because it has the most flavor, these leaves do. And we're just going to cut them thin, cut them down again. We're just dicing. Just always dice everything. And when I eat stalks of celery, this is the pieces that I eat because it has, like I said, it has the most flavor. All right, so we're done cutting up the celery. And we're just gonna put that into the pot as well. I actually found my soup bowls this week. Remember last week I told you guys I couldn't find my soup bowls or anything like that. Like I was very upset because I like to serve stuff, you know, in the proper bowls and stuff. But I found them and I was really happy, so I'm going to show you today. So I actually went ahead and I already made this. So I have a pot on the stove because this is going to take like 20 minutes to simmer. And we don't have all that time, so I just wanted to make sure I had it for you guys today. So our carrots and celery are in here. And now we're going to just do one medium onion. And I'm just going to, I already like cut the ends off and I took the skin off. And I'm going to cut it in half. And now what you do if you want to dice an onion, I notice like every week I'm like telling you guys how to cut an onion, but I never really told you. So you put your hand here and you just go through it like that. And then you make strips like this and then you go this way and it dices it all the way for you. So I also wanted to tell you guys that I had big news this week. And Monday, my cookbook came, the physical cookbook. Like just to have it in my hands was such an amazing feeling. And you know what? I was so excited to share it with you guys. Hi, Joan. How are you? Hello, Beth. How are you? I was so excited to show you guys that. Hi, Tracy. Nice to see you too. I left it at work. I brought it to work because everybody's been getting it and also messaging me saying, look what I got. So it's just beautiful. It's more beautiful than I ever imagined. And I'm so proud of it and so grateful, for my daughter. It wouldn't have been possible, if Abby, in her wonderful English degree, she really helped me make it happen. So hi, Teresa, how are you? So anyway, enough about that. I'm really sorry I don't have it here to show you. I'm very upset. But you guys should be getting them soon. Now, I know a lot of you guys pre-ordered them, and they'll be here in my possession October 5th, and then we are mailing them out to you rushing right away. I know, Joan, you ordered it so early. I'm so upset. Oh, hello, Teresa. How are you? Okay, I did throw in some salt while we were doing that, and now I'm just going to put in some pepper. And now, the thing that makes this such a warm and comforting soup is this spice right here, nutmeg. Yep. If you ever want to add a little warmth or that warmth flavor to any type of cream dish, it's nutmeg. That's what does it. So the minute you open it, it just reminds you of fall. It reminds you of pumpkin pie and fall leaves and Thanksgiving and stuffing. Hi, Amy. How are you? So I'm going ahead and I'm putting in a teaspoon of the nutmeg. And the more this continues to saute, the more that the nutmeg warms up and the flavor just enhances this entire pot of soup. And people always say that, like last night when I was going around to the tables and talking to people, they're like, this soup has such a good flavor. What is it? It's the nutmeg. Okay, so while this cooks down, what I want to do, I already have some chicken cut up. So these are just some chicken tenders that I bought, whatever you have left over. If you have a rotisserie chicken, throw the rotisserie chicken in. If you have big chicken breasts, dice them up. If you have chicken on a bone, Hi Donna, how are you? It's nice to have you join us. So I am just cutting up this little bit of chicken breast here. I cut up a whole bunch already. So this is probably equal to 2 big chicken breasts. And so I'm actually going to put them also in the pot. This is really, really super simple, guys. Now I'm going to discard this while I have it here, because I just cut up the chicken on it, and I'm going to actually fix my knife as well. I think we're pretty much done with all of that. Okay, so we have our chicken in the pot, we have our carrots, onions, and celery. So they are all cooking down. And like I said, that nutmeg is coming alive and just honestly taking over. Okay, so that's going. So the next thing we're going to add to this is flour. And hi Paula, how are you? And Mary, hello. I love that you made the soup and sent me a beautiful picture of your soup crock. It was absolutely gorgeous. And I actually found mine, so I'm really happy. Hi Helen, how are you? And Angela, I'm so happy you guys are joining me today. I haven't been feeling good, and you know, just a typical cold. But you know, women, they have to keep pressing on. Okay, this is the secret that is going to make our sauce a little bit thick. So, because if we were just to add in the half and half or the heavy cream. Hi Candace, how are you? You're back from your vacation, huh? I was so jealous. This is what makes it thick. And when you mix flour and any type of liquid, it becomes called a slurry. And it just thickens everything and gives it that creamy, smooth texture, what you're looking for. Otherwise, it would be really runny, and you wouldn't want that. We want a nice, thick, creamy soup. Okay, so this is cooking, and now, pretty much, believe it or not, my chicken is almost done through. It's going to continue to cook while the soup simmers. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and put in this flour in here, and this is 1/4 cup. I can actually pull my little stove over a little more now so you guys can see. And we're going to cook the flour because flour is raw. I don't know if you guys ever knew that, but flour is raw. And you have to cook it. You got to get rid of that raw flavor. And we just want to coat all the chicken with it, and we want to coat the carrots, the onions, and the celery. So we have that going. Ah, it smells so good already. We didn't even add the cream. I'm telling you, it's delicious here. Let me get a fork. I'm going to get this off of here. It's already thickening up all the vegetables in here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our heavy cream. And this is, we're going to add a whole quart. If you don't want to use quart, like if you know, you're really kind of wanting to watch your fat intake, you could use half and half. That's a great substitution. But for me, I love this. Let me see who's watching. Hello, Bonnie, how are you? We are going out to brunch soon, I know, and I'm super excited about it. Okay, in goes the heavy cream, guys, the entire quart of heavy cream. And as this thickens up, now we're going to keep stirring it. I told you this was so easy, this soup. Look how fast we did this already. So we have this going. Now I just have like an electric eye here, which, you know, when you have one of these, they go high and then they go low. They go high and then they go low. It drives me crazy. And so if you were to continuously, you know, cook this like on a gas stove and stuff, it'd be much better. This is, you know, my electric eye, like I said. So we have everything in here that we need. The next thing we're going to put in is our chicken stock. Because this, you know, we have to add the chicken flavor to it. So that's going to be great. So behind me, I got to step over Pepe here because he's lying here. I have some chicken stock already made for you guys. And I use like the concentrated one. It's got a lot of flavor, and you just put it with, looking forward to, me too. Yes, that's right. You are right. Bonnie is right. Amichis is turning 7. Actually, our actual birthday was September 15th, but we're having a huge wine tasting, a beautiful celebratory dinner on the 28th. And we sold out. We were only going to do 50. We're up to 70. So it's just going to be such a great time, and we're going to celebrate Amichis, which is actually celebrating everybody that comes through the doors or watches or likes our Facebook, like all of these wonderful things. We're just really grateful. Okay, in here I have 4 cups of chicken broth, and I'm just going to add it in here slowly. And look at this pot of soup, guys. It's going to be perfect today because, you know, I got this cold going on. And as this simmers now, because of the flour in there, it's going to thicken up. And it's going to become so delicious. And what you want to do is you want to add a handful of spinach in, because this is going to give you nice color. So you have the orange from the carrots, and now you're going to have a little bit of healthy spinach in here. We've got our chicken in here, and now we're going to add in, I'm going to add just a little bit more here because it's supposed to be like a cup of spinach. We're going to keep this going. and we're gonna simmer it for 20 minutes. And we wanna add our gnocchi in here, but we don't wanna add the gnocchi until it has come up to a little bit of a simmer. Because if you were to add the gnocchi, what will happen is they'll sink to the bottom and they don't have the heat from the pot to make them cook all the way and rise yet. So we want to, hi Donna, how are you? Lisa, still waiting for you, darling. I hope you're feeling better. So once this comes up to that low boiling simmer, then you can add in your gnocchi. And this is gnocchi like I showed you guys, and it just takes one 16-ounce package and we just put this in here. So that's how easy this is. What you want, Pepe? What you want, baby? Pepe, you want some carrots? Hey, baby. There you go. There's Pepe, guys. I don't know if you can see him because the pot's in the way, but he's been sleeping a lot lately. Let me see, yeah. Okay, so while we're waiting to this to come up for a simmer, I can't tell you how good this smells. I can't wait to have some because, you know, I got this cold going on, so it's going to taste so good today. It's good. Okay, let me just get a little spoon. And you always want to kind of taste your broth, you know? You want to make sure that you seasoned it enough salt, enough pepper, enough nutmeg. It's perfect. It's perfect. I've tried it out before for you guys. All right, so while this is heating up, when it gets going, we're going to put our gnocchi in there. Gnocchi takes literally 2 minutes to cook. So it'll start floating and you know your soup is done. I actually have some done for you because I made it. I told you I had to break down the recipe. I always make everything in big pots. So when it comes time to making it for you guys, I got to break it down. And this is starting to come to a small simmer, and then I can put in the gnocchi. So I'm gonna get a bowl. But before I get a bowl, I wanted to show you guys, my summer garden is kind of coming to an end. And so I'm still getting things off of it and everything. So I've been getting these little tiny, look how cute these little cherry peppers are. I didn't mean to plant them. I meant to get the big ones for the restaurant, but I got these little cherry ones. So all summer I've been taking the insides out and filling them with prosciutto and a piece of Parmesan cheese, just putting them in olive oil, and we've been using them on the antipasto boards at the restaurant. But then I came across, like, I'm getting so many, I mean, when I'm talking red peppers hanging off. So what I do is I slice them just like this. So then I've been slicing them really thin like this, and I've been pickling them. So this is, hi Fred, how are you? So this is just a combination of like sugar and garlic and apple cider vinegar. It's got a little bit of herb in there. It has one hot red pepper in here. It's a shishito pepper. It was spicy, and I put that in here. Guys, I gotta tell you, I can't stop eating this. It's so good. So that's what I've been doing with all of my red peppers. All right, our soup is almost up to that simmering point to add the gnocchi, but I wanna go ahead. I have a bowl ready for you guys, and I wanna show you what it looks like when it's done. Give me 1 sec. Peppy, no. 1 sec, guys. I have a whole bunch on the stove here. All right, let me get some chicken and some spinach. We don't need to add anything else to this. All right. All right, guys, I've got the soup. Look how beautiful it looks. I have, hi Linda, how are you? All the way from Georgia. How you doing, girl? Okay, so this is the soup. Look inside, you can see the spinach and the carrots, and look how beautiful this broth got. It got nice and thick from the flour. It's all creamed up. The chicken is done. The gnocchi is nice and soft. It's just a delicious lunch to have. Let me tell you, this is pretty filling as well. I had a bowl yesterday, and it really filled me up. I went ahead and I made like a loaf of bread. I've been trying to practice my bread skills because it just seems to be one of those things that I just have a hard time with. So a lady on Instagram has been helping me with it. Oh boy, Mary, you are definitely going to be making this. So I made this bread and it's delicious. And so, you know, I always like a little bread with my soup. So I just, you know, I just cut myself off a piece. It's super good. The bread was also easy, let me tell you. It's 4 ingredients. But the soup is where it's at. And these are my little soup crocs I found. I went looking all over the place. Just delicious. So, guys, go ahead and make this for yourself. Carrots, onions, celery, a little bit of chicken, the gnocchi, the heavy cream, and don't forget the nutmeg. That's the most important. My bread. It is, let me tell you. It is. It was good. Okay. Let me show you what 1 spoonful gives you. Chicken, spinach, carrot, and a gnocchi. Delicious, guys. But hot. The gnocchi is like a little pillow in here. So make sure that you guys put it in. It's delicious. Guys, you don't need to go to Olive Garden to have this soup. You can actually come to a meat cheese and have it, or you can actually make it yourself in the comfort of your own home. So I hope you guys have a great afternoon. I always love meeting up with you and seeing all you guys. Hello, Helen. How are you? Oh, thank you. Oh, you love my spoon. Yeah, I got, you know, they're the gold plated like this. I just love them. When I did my new kitchen, I wanted everything new. You know, when you're married and you have things for so long, you don't get a bridal shower anymore and things get old. So I just decided to treat myself. And thank you. I will try to feel better, but this soup is definitely going to help. Hi, Dale. How are you? This soup is definitely going to help, guys. So make yourself some chicken gnocchi soup. Come on, Pep. Let's go. Come on, Peppy. Let's go eat our soup.